Hi and welcome to Everyday Vlogging with Rich Pasini. Today is December 19th, 2018. Thank you for tuning in. Before I get started, I'd just like to say thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you get a takeaway from it. Come back for more. Today I want to talk about dismissing certain items and doing some research on, listing, prior to the listing, you're doing your research. And there's a software I use, I think I might have talked about it in my other videos. It's called watchcount.com. And I'm going to go over some of the things I was going to, some of the things I was going to dismiss. But I noticed with eBay's search engine, I've read from other blog sites that they had some kind of problem with their Pasini search engine. I'm not sure. Then I heard there was issues with catalog updates and so on and so forth. I think there is a detrimental problem within their search algorithms, because I'm going to show you. I'm going to bump out of here in a second and show you a screen. I have another window opened up, and this item here, you see it here? Okay, it's BGE Originals. Okay, now, I mean, it's all based on common sense. Anybody who sells on eBay, the seasoned sellers, people have been doing it for many years, will share their ideas. Some things, I don't mind sharing my ideas with you guys out there. I mean, that's what this channel is all about. It's about to help people out. So you get a takeaway from it, that's all well and great. And if you don't understand something, or you have a question or something that maybe you want to ask me, please drop it in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. This is how I go about doing things, but there are sometimes I'm very spontaneous, and sometimes you act on impulse, and that's not really a good way to go, because you could be shortchanging yourself, or you could be dismissing something that may be worth selling in some cases. Well, for example, with this thing I just showed you, these BGE Originals, it looks like old buttons. I have my glass on here. It says jacket, blazers, and sportswear. It's a total of what, seven items here. Okay, and when I typed in a search engine, right, for this item here, it brought up eBay. It probably won't do it now. I'm using their Google Chrome, which is what supposedly, from what I was told by the eBay teammate, it was their quote-unquote preferred browser for eBay. That's what I was told by a teammate. What do I know? I just go by what I hear. So when I put it on here, I'm going to show you what happens. I'm going to do it live. And I think, they had e-commerce Bytes did a thing about how eBay and some of their sites, and it's in the article. It's going to be probably coming up shortly. I got it. I already pre-recorded it. I didn't upload it yet. Something about their ads are driving their sales off the seller's sites and going to other ones. Now, I'm not saying that's the same situation here, but I'm going to show you when I go looking this up, if this is happening on their search engine, I mean within eBay. Could you imagine, other people looking for this particular thing? I had this up once before, and I couldn't get any. There was no view, not really, very little views, and not even interest in it. But anyway, needless to say, I put it up. But let me bump that here and show you what I'm talking about. And then, before I get started with that, there's a lot of variations to even like looking things up. That's why you got to check categories. If you're going to list certain items, I'm going to show you on a screen, but look at how eBay deciphers it. These are wireless headphones here. They're wrapped there. I have to rewrap them up again, but they're brand new. They're not used because the paper ripped off in it. Anyway, I'm gonna be probably putting these up, and I came across these little cars here. This is a Disney Pixar it's a Chevy Impala. I don't know the name. It's not really in the greatest condition. It's got some wear marks on it, and it's all metal. I don't know about the bottom part, but it feels like all metal here, and die-cast metal. If someone gets it, there's a guy that does, he restores Matchbox cars. You got to see his video. I don't know which one it is, but this guy, they do phenomenal work on it. They make these little things like brand new again. It's like take it to a body shop. They use a little spray it in. They spray it up. You got to see it. You got to see how these guys restore the Matchbox cars. This isn't a Matchbox. Well, it's a Disney Pixar car, but it's die-cast metal. And this one over here is Tonka. It's a Tonka Hasbro, right? I'm thinking of putting this up, but I'm debatable, but I have to see, and that's why I use WatchCount.com to give me a little insight, a little idea of what's going to be happening. The reason the reason why I go to WatchCount.com is I'm interested to see if these items are getting watched. Now, it also depends too on how you word it, when you're doing a search, because eBay's search engine is going to decipher how you type it in. So if you type in, let's say, if you reverse it and say Chevy Impala by Disney Pixar, you're going to get a whole different array of categories or different settings like that. There, it's not going to. It's in other words, you're going to have probably a lot of more variable choices to shop around and look for, to scope in on this particular item. But let me bump out of here and I'll give you an idea what I'm talking about. The first one I want to talk about is the BGE thing here. I have two browsers. I've got a Microsoft Edge and the Chrome. Now, if you look over here, this is live, okay? This is live, and I'm going to refresh the screen here really quick so you can see it's a live video here. All right, this is not no smoke and mirrors. I'm not doing magic here. Okay, now you see here. All right, you just seen what happened, folks. All right, I typed it in. It's already here. I copied it just like it is on the lid here. BGE Originals, right? That's the way I typed it in. So when you do a search, watch this. This is a live search. It brings it up here, and look how it defaults to the Intel wireless link. Now, can I ask you a question? Why would that happen? Okay, why is that, being hyperlinked to Internet Wireless Link dual band net? What is BGE? Now, you might say, well, maybe there's a BGE. Yeah, but if you click it, I'm going to click it on again. It had the buttons there. It came up with it. Look. Now, I don't even get a chance to look at it to scroll down. All right, if you scroll quick, then you'll be able to do it. But look how it bumps into here. Okay? All right, so now you're saying, okay, look this is the point I'm trying to get at. It shows you 5 results. Now, what does BGE have to do with this unless that's the brand? How is eBay's search engine or algorithm deciphering from buttons to Intel? Or these wireless adapters, card adapters. What does one have to do with the other? Right? So what I'm trying to say is, if people are typing this in on eBay search engine, right? They type it in. This is me. I'm going to pretend I'm a buyer. Okay. Okay. I want to buy BG original buttons. Okay. So I'm going to go over here and do a search on it, and I'm going to look at it and say, oh, okay. It comes up. Oh, here they are, right here in the top there, right? And then I'm scrolling down, and then it defaults. So now you're getting buyers typing this in, and then it jumps to this here. So what is a buyer going to do? Uh-oh, maybe I typed the wrong thing in. Suppose they don't go down like I did and see it. Oh, here it is. It's mixed in with the Intel or electronics. What does one have to do with the other? And I think this is why eBay is having a problem, or certain sellers having problems with their listings, because who's to look for this here? I mean, would you, if you're a consumer and you're typing that in and you come up with this here, the first thing you might think is, maybe I typed the wrong thing in, right? But you see what I'm saying? And you see how it bumps it down to the bottom? They put the electronics, and then they mix the electronics in with this here. They got a whole different other things mixed in here. All right, well, this one he says BGE carburetor. Now people may say, yeah, but that's because you didn't specify what it was. All right, let's do this together. Let's say buttons, okay? All right. Look, if I'm at fault, I'm at fault, but still, give me a break. Okay, so let's see what happens here. I do a search engine live. Okay, so it does decipher in that case there, but again, this is what I'm talking about. If you still scroll down here, it still brings you to different things here. Okay. Now I know people are going to probably be out there baked to different, say, well, wait a minute, that's the way you did it. You brought it, but you see what I'm saying? It's with eBay search engine. This is where they gotta rectify that problem. Why do you need to incorporate all this other stuff mixed in here? What is this? I say yeah, but it's picking up the B and G. I know, but what does this have to do with springs for a car? Okay, why is that? it just doesn't make sense to me. And what it does is it throws people off. So now, if I want to look up this one here, is this going to bring me to, metal buttons, or how is this going to work? You know what I'm saying? It's all, the system's a little discombobulated if you ask me. All right. And then if you change it around or just take the S out of buttons, let's see what else we get. All right. It still shows 5 results. Let's see if you take it out, button now. Okay. So now if you do it with button, it shows up, these guys now come up on the top. So that's what I'm trying to say too. It also deciphers how, it also depends on how you're putting the words in there. But again, here you go. Okay. Button down shirt. Buttons, it brings you to this here. So people may say, all right, so what's the problem with that? It's, but I'm just trying to bring a point out, folks. I'm not trying to be cute here or make a big thing out of nothing, but I'm just trying to share this information with you guys. You see what happens here? I understand buttons is a category, it's going to go for buttons, but it's mine's supposed to be B, G, and E, and it brings up this here. All right, ladies' clothing, what's this here? A mounting bracket, as you scroll further down. All right. I'm just bringing out a point, folks. Okay, I'm just bringing out a point. And why I got your attention, you might be wondering why. Now we're on eBay's search engine. They're on their site. You can see it right here on top here, ebay.com. You're probably wondering. I thought the same thing, folks. I thought eBay at one point had an alliance with Amazon because you say, hey, Amazon's up here. It's on their search engine, on their website, but that all is coming into play because, first of all, it's a Google Chrome extension. Okay, I don't think there's any way in heaven that eBay is going to, willfully put an ad on their website unless they had an alliance with Amazon, which I don't see happening unless Amazon bought it outright. But if you look along here, you're going to see these here. You're going to see these are all extensions here. Amazon Assistant. Scout Pro, then they got Amazon for Amazon sellers, Amazon for Amazon sellers, and it's got a whole bunch of different things here. Amazon Smart Shopper. Okay, I think this might have to do with the Amazon Start Shopper, but it's funny though, right? How it looks. It doesn't look like that, and you would think they have an alliance, but they don't. So don't get the wrong impression. Don't get that idea and say, "Oh, I went to this guy's YouTube channel. He said." Yeah, eBay and Amazon. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying it at all. So please don't take it the wrong way. It's all has to do up here. See up here, folks? These are all extensions you could add to your Chrome browser. And it runs in the background. All right? Now, the only thing I will say, for those who do put this on here, if there are other buyers out there, folks, I think you know where I'm going with this here. If they add this to Google Chrome and you are on an eBay website, which I am on, this here may take you away from it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You see here? Let's look to the far left. Top results on Amazon. BG Originals. Okay, so now this, believe it or not, this little app, whatever you want to call it, extension, is going to drive a potential buyer to Amazon. But let's see what Amazon has. I know it's crazy. These little extensions, they hyperlink you to other things, and it's true. And this is why I think sometimes people have a problem making sales with certain things. Now, here's another extension here I want to share with you guys to log into Seller Labs. I'm going to log into it. I just want to share this with you guys. I came across this here from watching another seller was talking about it, and it's pretty interesting. And you could launch the extension, you could upgrade. I'm not paying for anything that costs extra money. I don't know what the upgrade's all about. Most likely it's going to cost, it's going to cost you money. And I'm a frugal entrepreneur, so I do not, by all means, want to spend any additional money, especially when I'm not making any additional money from eBay. Anyway, when you load it up, you're going to give you the thing. It'll give you a tutorial, whatever, and then so you can just manage a plan and so on and so forth. What happens is when you look this up, let's say we look this up again now. Let's say we go B, G, E, right? Originals. All right. Whoops. I'm sorry, folks. Bear with me for 1 minute here. All right. Not the quickest typer here. So when you click it on here, let's see what happens here. Okay, so this is what comes up on the BG original. All right, now let's put buttons in there. It's all right. Well, that's because you didn't put buttons. All right, let's put the buttons in there. But in any time, while this is loaded up, I want to show you one thing about this here, folks. with this Seller Labs thing here. If you take notice, I know it's off the topic, I know, but I just want to show you why I got your attention. You see here it's showing you Samsung EV, E60 Evo, whatever, 1 terabyte, 2.5 inch SATA internal, what do you call it, the drive, I guess what it is. What is nice about Seller Hub, it'll bring you to the first one, and it'll tell you, let's say you're going to sell this particular item. Let's say you say, oh, maybe I'm going to try to, I have one laying around, or I got a source where I could buy these and I'm going to sell them. It's going to show you the brand, computers and accessories. It's going to show you the price. The rank is unknown, estimated sales unknown, estimated revenues unknown. For this particular one here, reviews, it'll tell you the reviews, and it gives you a star rating, average revenue. Okay. Now, I guess they're basing it on how many are out there, because they're showing you 125,189. All right. This is the average sales, 1,026. The average ranking is 34,020. Average price is 81.55. As you can see, this person's selling for 147. And it tells you the number of sellers. It gives you an idea. It's not a bad little tool to have. Again, it's an extension. And it gives you all the little breakdowns on things. So if you never really use this here, it's by Seller Lab Scope, but I think it's a Seller Lab. I think Seller Labs has something to do with this here, if I'm not mistaken. Here, that's what I signed on to. And you could see this here. Let's see now. When you go to Scope, see, these are all extensions up here, folks. See here? These are all extensions. Now you're going to look for the little glass here. This little, whatever you call it, see, a little Pyrex glass, whatever. You're going to turn that on. And it's Scope, or it's a Scope web app, all right, and it's for, it's, I guess, an alliance with Amazon, whatever. And when you log into it there, it'll bring this information up. If you don't want to see this all the time, that's fine. And it goes in pretty much a categoristic listing here. It'll show you now over here, GUs, this is the next one, original sugar-free barbecue sauce. And again, it shows you a breakdown here, the brand, the category, price, and so on and so forth. Some will have the ranking unknown, some will have it, okay? And again, if you don't want to use this here, you could always hide it and just go about your daily business. But now, for all intents and purposes, let's get back to this again. Let's put here buttons, okay? Let's see what this one comes up with now. All right? Okay. Now, again, this is on Amazon now, okay? I don't see anything with buttons here, okay? So now, if you were to look this up on Amazon, there's no buttons here. Okay, let's try button. Oh boy, I just find it amusing, that I really do. All right, so now we try with button. Same thing. I don't see anything here. Let's see what this little thing. No, it's all right. It says, all right. You can see it's not really bringing anything up in that particular category for this company here. This BG Originals here. Okay. So keep that in mind with that part. But the thing I want to get across is, outside of doing this, here, kind of like going off, off key here. Let's go back here, and I want to show you what I'm talking about. I know it's all over the place. Bear with me. I gotta. This is what I was talking about, folks. This is the watchcount.com I was referring to. Now here, if you look at these cars here, now I have one over here. It's the Tonka. It's a Tonka Country Cup car, whatever. And I put Tonka Hasbro. It's showing 0 for watches on eBay, 0 on these here. Okay, now that's what I have: Hasbro, Funrise, and Tonka, whatever. It doesn't look like there's any market for it, right? And the same thing when I did the search on Disney Pixar. I looked over here and I said, geez, I went over here and I said, there's not really much of a market for this here. I'm looking on $9.95, $9.95. And if you look at some of eBay's ads, some of them will show you with watches and some don't. Okay. So anyway, I'm looking here and I'm saying to myself, well, can't be much of a value for, a big market for you. I mean, this person still looks like he's selling a brand new one. It looks like it's wrapped in package, right? For $8.46, right? So you say to yourself, why would I even want to deal with something like this here? The one I have is like this here, but mine, this one here says it's a loose out of package, but they're claiming it's brand new. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it. This one here is, they say the car is in nice condition, but this is kind of like what mine looks like here. I don't know if this is going to do anything. I'm even debating if even putting it up. But anyway, so what I did was I went to Watch Count, and I looked over here because eBay didn't put down the watches, but Watch Count did. So I'm saying, okay, say, all right, they got 2 watches here, 2 watches on this one, 2 watches on that. Would I want to put this on? But see, then when you scroll down, now these guys up here are higher in the search engine, okay, apparently, all right, because they got the 2 watches. But you scroll down, now this red one here has it, okay. Now again, it all depends on how you list it in your title, because that's how it's going to work, all right. Now I just put in here Disney, Pixar, Chevy, Impala. This is what came up, all right. But if you take notice, this guy's on top, excuse me, because he put Disney, Pixar, cars. This is his title, all right. So that's why he ended up first on the search engine. As far as watch count is concerned, this guy here, excuse me, folks, he's got 2 counts. He ended up in second place because he put Ramon. Now I didn't know the car's company, the car's name was Ramon, but that's why he ended up. This person up here ended up with 2 because the way he did it. If you look the way it's all done, it's the way it picks out, I guess the way the search engine goes is, I guess it's, when you advertise, when you're filing something, like if you get a whole bunch of items that say, let's say in the A category, let's say you get something Amazon, you get Amazon, let's say Apple or whatever, you got all these different names that come up, it probably goes through it. It cycles through all the Apple, it circles through all the Amazon, and so on and so forth. And I think that's what happens here. So when a search engine is looking, I'm not saying it's replicating the same thing over and over again, but when it's looking, it comes out and it picks out what's on top. Okay, so apparently this one here this is the one that it searched first, right? And then later on, it went through the algorithm again. It brought up, okay, let's look for everything with Ramon. And then if you look over here, it goes through it again. It goes through a search cycle. It comes up Disney, Pixar, Cars, Ramon in the middle. See, he's got it in the beginning. He's got it like in the middle of his title. You see, it all depends on how you do it. Now, this person here ended up with he's up here. He's what? He's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? He's 4 on the list here. He ended up because he did his. He's got 1 watcher, but he's got Chevy Impala green Ramon. He put the word green in front of Ramon. Okay. See, it all depends. The ones that have watches, look the way they set it up. This is just to give you an idea. That's why I like watch count. It's pretty good. Now, am I going to put it up? I don't know. Mine might show up like this here, but let's see something here. I'm curious to see something. Now, this person here, all right, if you look at the top guy, he's got Disney, Pixar cars, whatever, Mini Adventures yellow, okay, Ramon, and so on and so forth, Impala diecast, okay. He's got the 2 watches. This guy here, he's got over here, he's got 1959 Chevy. This guy here, he's not even getting any. Apparently, there's not too much of a market in here because if it's 1959, that's not doing much with it. I don't even know if that's just a make of it. They're just like a title of it there for the car, for the company, whatever. Because I don't know, they make it in 1959, they probably did. I don't know. Anyway, you look at this guy here, he has his. He's got Disney, Pixar cars, Ramon, Chevy Impala, and he didn't get any watches. So he's down here below here. All right, and you go down, let's see how many they show here. Let's see, they have a listing, how many they show here. I'm just trying to see if they have a total amount. I'm sorry, folks. Let's see here. Yeah. Then it says over here, sells similar. Okay. This guy's all the way down at the bottom. But this one I'm trying to say, it all depends on how you word it. So with that in mind, keep that in mind when you're doing it there. If you're going to sell something, check with watchcount.com, okay, and then see what what they come up with. I always try to follow, or I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but in some cases you may copy this person's thing. I'm not saying that you should do that, but maybe word it in a different way, whatever. Because what's going to happen is if you copy this guy's here, you'll probably just bump underneath him. Because let's face it, if everybody does the same thing, you're going to have all these same with the same titles in there. They're all going to just bump up here. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get all watches, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Try toying around with it. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is with eBay, the way they set up here. I put over here non-branded wireless headphones. Okay. Now, I want to sell these. They're non-branded. There's no name on them as far as I can see here. I could take the package. I don't know, but it doesn't seem like it has any name on it unless I put where it was made. So when you do a search, again, on eBay. Okay, we're doing a live search. This is what it came up with. Okay, that's why I did it. I'm going to refresh the screen to show you that this is being as a live thing here. You can see the things scrolling up here. All right, look what comes up now. Look what I wrote here: non-branded wireless headphones. Okay, now, all right, you're saying, yeah, well, they're talking about wireless earphones. All right, headphones, earphones. But look, I mean, this is what I'm talking about, non-brand. Okay, so this is the first thing their search engine picked up when you type in, for me anyway, non-branded wireless headphones. It brought me to a non-brand Fit 1BT wireless earphone. Okay, so you scroll down, you scroll down, you scroll down, and you get all these other things: earphone, headset, whatever. You get this little Momax Black Sheep wireless, whatever, Bluetooth speaker. All right, so now you got one over here. It's at the bottom, well, not at the bottom, but well, on top, from the top, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots down. Okay. All right. Now, most people are going to search. You know, I got a curiosity, but suppose you're a person that doesn't do the research, and you say, you know, you're a buyer. You're looking for non-branded wireless ones, or you're looking just for whatever wireless headphones. You might come to this and say, this is not what. Now, me personally, that's how I am. Now, if I come to this here right away, the first thing I'm thinking is, that's it. I'm not looking for. I don't want wireless earphones. I want wireless headphones. I might just go off of this here. Okay. If you don't do your research, if you don't scroll. Now, let me tell you something, folks, and I'm not saying this to be funny. I did a video on buyers not reading descriptions. Okay. I'm not making this stuff up. I did it. One of my videos, I don't know which one it was. It goes way back. And I did a thing about buyers not reading the descriptions. And I even had a buyer admit, I didn't read the description, I just bought it. And they ended up sending it back to me afterwards, after I counted with them and said, well, if you read the description, you would have known what was it when you were knowing it, you got it ahead of time, you know. But anyway, needless here, there, that's okay. It is what it is. But that's what I'm trying to say. Now, if you're a person, you see, I refreshed the screen. This is on Microsoft Edge, just in case you're wondering what the browser I'm using. It came up with non-branded, right? And look what comes up. So now me, let's say I don't go searching here, you know, I might just bump off this site. Now people may say, well, you know, you're making a big thing out of nothing. Well, yes and no, you know, yes and no. There are people that do things like that. Okay, so let's say we go over here now. Okay, I'm going to look at this one here because I'm interested in this one here. Why? Because I'm looking for the bids. All right. So when you click it on, it's wireless, of course. This comes up under Consumer Electronics Portable Audio Headphones. All right, and that's good. That's good the way they have that there. But I opened up another window. Right, this is another reason why you got to be careful. You got to also make sure when you're doing your research on this, you're making sure you're putting the right category. I clicked on another one here, and I just put in headphones. So now people may say, well, yeah, if you don't decipher what it is, you're going to get a whole different. But if you look at when you just type in headphones, you look at the related ones they have up here. Okay, look at related. Headphones Bluetooth, headphones wireless, headphones Apple, headphones Beats, earphones, Sony headphones, okay, and so on and so forth, all right? It's very important that when you're doing your listings, you make sure if it is a Bluetooth headphone that that's what you're selling, because if you have a Bluetooth headphones and you put it in headphone wireless, there's a little differentiation there, okay, with the search engine, because it's going to look for Bluetooth versus wireless. Make sure that you're doing it, you know, you're deciphering it as headphone wireless. Now I'm going to click this on and see what happens here. Yeah, I'm exploring with this stuff. Now here's another telltale sign in some cases that you might have a tough time selling. So the headphones, I don't know if I show them to you, but I'll show them again when I end the video. I had these up, and you know, I did sell a pair, but it took me forever to sell it. I always look at the results. Now you got 500,000 results, all right? 500,000 plus results here. Look at this, 534,284 results. Okay. Now I don't know about you, but I'm not going to look through all of that there. But if you take notice when you type in the headphone wireless, right? And see here, it's right here in the search engine. I typed it in. I'll refresh the screen again so we see it's live. Okay. Now what did it bump out of here? Okay. I'm going to click it on again. It brought me to the other page. I'm going to click it on again. Wireless headphones. All right, now let's see. Wireless earbuds. What happened here? Now it's changed altogether here. All right, here it is. Wireless headphones. Okay. I'm going to move it over here, click that on. Wireless headphones TV. Now I don't want TV. All right. Now, all right. So see, again, now this one here, it says wireless headphones TV. All right. Again, folks, it all depends how you're setting up your categories here. I mean, when you're doing your titles, it's very important that you try to be very precise as possible, descriptive in your title, because it's going to make a difference. All right. Now this one here says 1,100. All right, 1,900. Oh, here's a 1,119 results. All right. Let's take out the TV, because I didn't know they had the wireless. This is new to me. Okay. Take out the TV. Now let's go back to wireless headphones and see. It's going to probably bring out that big one there. Okay, we're back to this one again. All right. Let's scroll down here. If you're selling Bluetooth earphones or earbuds, this is how you might want to word it to get up higher in the search engine. Believe it or not, I'm serious. I played around with it, and I did see results. Not selling results, where I see results where I did jump ahead of quite a bit of people. All right, here you can see we're still in the wireless headphones thing here, and we're scrolling. I see earbuds that come up, earpiece, whatever. I know there's going to be headphones here. All right, we got the first one here, wireless Bluetooth, right? Foldable earphones. Okay, this guy's got it here. According to this person, well, this is how many was sold, and I have a general idea where this is coming from. Let's just click it on here. Okay, all right. I was just thinking of something else, folks, but okay. Supposedly, this here is this how many the person sold? 20 sold in the last 24 hours. Okay, but again, I looked up under wireless headphones, and this came up wireless Bluetooth headphones. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say with the eBay search engine. It all depends how you put it in your title, how you're wording it. It's going to make a difference here. These are the words it's going to look for: wireless, Bluetooth, foldable stereo earphone. Right now they got earphones here. Right? I would say headphones, but they call them earphones. Okay. It looks like this person has two categories here. Yes, that's the way I see it. All right, now having two categories in some cases could help, but you're going to pay additional money for it. If you want to explore into that area, that's fine. But if you look over here, the person's got consumer electronics, right? This is the category how they have it broken down. eBay does anyway. Portable audio headphones. Then it's got headphones, and then they opened up another one: cell phones and accessories, cell phone accessories, headsets. So that's probably this person, but it didn't bring the person that high in a search engine, though. Okay. They're there in the midst of 534,000 listings, okay? But it all depends on how you do it, okay? And then, of course, when you keep scrolling down, you're going to see other ones, of course. You're going to see all different prices, But again, if I'm going to sell, let's go to watch count, all right? I want to see something here for myself. All right, let me go over here. Which one was it here? Wireless headphones. Okay, let's see what comes up here. I didn't know they had wireless headphones TV. I didn't know they had that there. Like I said, well, I'm learning just like everybody else. I'm still in a learning phase here. You learn something new every day with this type of work you're doing here. Okay, so let's say we say show me. Let's see what we got here. All right. You can see here this person here with the wireless headset. All right, it says over here. Now look at this one. How the title is written over here. Bluetooth wireless headset stereo headphone earphone sport hands-free universal. They put all these different things in here. Bluetooth wireless headset, stereo headphone, earphone sport hands-free universal. Now, according to watch count, this is how many people eBay watches. There's 15,012 of them. All right, are watching this particular thing here, this particular item being sold. Okay. It's being listed for $7.95. Okay. Now, here's the funny thing. If you click this on, in some cases, you will see how many eBay watches are on it, and sometimes you don't. This is where watch count comes in as opposed to the eBay actual listing, where it doesn't show you. Okay. But technically, this is on eBay right now on eBay. Like I said, right now on eBay. This is how many are watching it. So let's click it on. Sometimes they show it, and sometimes they don't. Okay. Now, here is that one that we're referring to. One sold in the last hour. Okay. Now, this person here Yeah, this person is selling them from New York, in my state. Nanuet, New York. Okay. All right. I just want to say they're top rated. They got the shooting star. So what do they sell there? Over, yeah, 81,000. Well, whatever. It depends over here. All right. Yeah, this is what's selling right now. They got 15,000 people watching it. But if you take notice, folks, with these listings here, you notice now back in the day, eBay would have it. In some situations, they do have it where you will see the watches. Some they don't. Okay. Some will show you bids. Some will show you no bids. All right. Now, what I wanted to get is the point I'm getting across. If you see over here, you don't see anything here with that. Right? Do you see anything here? It says watches. Now, I don't know if this person sold that many, but it says 187,851 sold. Okay. What I always like to do is just to see out of curiosity, because I'm very curious by nature, to see other items. Let's see how many items this person has listed here. Okay. According to this here, this person here, Battery Gallery, they got the shooting star, so they sold quite a bit. Okay. Now if you look over here, the green shooting star icon is between 500,000 to almost 1 million. All right. So this person's been around selling. You could also find out all about them as to when they started it. Let's see about me. Okay, let's just see for curiosity, because that's why sometimes I like to see what people have. All right. The items for sale. It was started back on January 31st, 2005. Okay, and these are items for sale. Now, you could also visit the store too. Now, here's the thing now. Let me see if this is going to make a fool out of it. Okay. No, the reason I'm saying it is because sometimes even the prices will go, like the amount will even change as well. Okay. What I want to do is, just to verify for myself, I'm going to go back again, and I want to go to the items listed. Okay. Or items for sale here. Let's go over here. I want to see something here. I'm very curious by nature, folks. I know you're probably saying, I can hear that. I know that. I like to go to sold listings to see just how many of these things sold. Apparently, they don't sell just that. Okay, so here you get an idea of how many items this person sold, 396 results. So they are making money. You can see for December 18th, these people are making money with this here, selling these watches, $10.95 with free shipping. Let's see here. What else is going on? All right. So they have, well, for 396. All right. Not bad. Pretty good in that respect there. All right. So they are making sales. Okay. They are definitely making sales, folks. Okay. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is getting back to business again. With this here, when you're doing your research, check out watchcount.com. Look at your titles, play around with them. This is what I do, folks. What I'll do is I don't copy verbatim, but I will do is if I'm selling something like this, similar to this here, I will reword it differently. I'll put wireless, Bluetooth. Now, if you change this here, that's what I'm trying to say. If you put wireless, Bluetooth, let's see that there. Let's leave that there. Let's put it over here. All right. Let's explore here. Let's experiment here. All right. Bluetooth. All right. Right here. Hold on for a second here. Right. Oh, spelled it wrong. Okay. All right. So now we go over here like this here. Let's try to see what happens now with the wireless Bluetooth headphones. Okay. This guy still comes up. Okay. Now I think you got a different count here. Now, these people here watching this JBL wireless Bluetooth headphones. This person got 13,176 watches. So what I'm trying to say, folks, it all depends on how you're, how you word you're searching. If you're going to list on eBay, do your research, and check out the categories. Like I said, when you go on there, like I said, this one here was which one? This one here. I got two windows open up, like for the Disney Pixar car. Now I'm debating. I'm going to probably most likely put them up there. Maybe I'm going to probably put this one up there. I don't know about the other one, the Tonka one. But I'm going to see, and I'm going to play around with it. I'm going to see just what you get out of it, But the only concern, I'm going to bump out of here, folks. The only concern I have right now in regards to, with the listing with eBay, I'm not, like I said, folks, I'm not here to badmouth eBay. Believe me, I'm on it. I'm selling on it. I have a store with it. Doing my research with this here, I was going to dismiss this here. And this car, like I said here, because I said it's the little one, it's not in great condition. Like, it's got some wear marks on it. And, it's the wheel's a little bent. Probably kids banging with it. And this here, the wireless headset here, it's non-branded. I was going to dismiss this stuff. I also got these here. I'm thinking I had these up. I think I took them off. I don't know if they're still on there. The Disney keychains here. This is Pluto and this is Mickey. Brand new. Had them up there. I was going to sell them as a pair, but I don't know if I should go back to sell them as a separate. I got a keychain here, a Disney keychain, Disney Team. This is, I guess, I think this is fairly new. And I also got this magnet here. It's a stop magnet. It's from Disney on. You can see it's got the, what is it here? Right there, if you could see it. All right, if you can see that there. On my webcam's not zooming in. But anyway, it's a stop thing, it's a magnetic thing. Okay. I was debating if I should put this stuff back up again. I had it on there. I just got a recent listing, a message from eBay saying there's 200 free additional listings if you sign up for it, insertion, whatever, listings, from now till the 23rd. So with that in mind, I might take them up on the offer, list it. It's not costing me to list it, and we'll see what happens. I'll probably do. I'm not going to do whatever you do, folks. I wouldn't use the good to cancel thing, because what happens is if they don't sell, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it relists again. I believe. Don't quote me on that. You'll end up racking up bills if you have 100 items, 200-300 items. And let me tell you something. Believe it or not, folks, those add up. Those insertion fees add up. I know. I went through that already. So now when I do my listings, they're going to be for 30 days. They come off. They go into unsold folder. And then I will decide from that point on if I want to relist them again. But the good to cancel stuff, I am not in favor for that there. I do not use the good to cancel. For those who do use them, that's great. The other thing I want to just say in closing this video, when you're doing your listings, make sure whatever you bought the item for, that you incorporate everything into the package, so to speak. If you're going to sell, like if I'm going to sell these headphones here, and let's say, I picked them up for $3 or whatever it is, and you're going to offer free shipping, make sure you pad that into the price, into your total buying. If you're going to offer free shipping, that is. So if you bought this for, let's say you bought these for $5 and you're selling for 10, and your shipping's going to be, you just get a ballpark figure, you weigh it up, it's about maybe a pound and a half, 2 pounds, and let's say you're going to incorporate in there. Let's say you're going to say, well, to ship this out throughout the United States, it's going to cost $5. I'm just using it as an example. So you're going to say, buy it now with free shipping, $15.99 or whatever. Okay. And then also, if you could, allow for your insertion fees that you're going to get, that eBay is going to get, and your PayPal fees. So you might want to add an extra $2. So let's say you're doing your computations, everything. So, well, 15, and then eBay takes $1 out. Let's say PayPal takes $1. So then you have an ante at the price. At least you'll have your insertion fee covered and your PayPal fee covered within the price if you're going to do that. But here's the thing: if you're going to offer, and I know I think I did it one time, I wouldn't do it again. If you are going to use with the buy it now price, was one thing. Best offer. If you use a best offer, don't offer free shipping, because if you offer best offer and you got free shipping on there, unless you mark this up high enough, because people are going to chew you down. Be careful with that. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to offer free shipping, don't use best offer in your thing. That's up to you if you want to. If you say, well, I got to make a quick sale, but that's up to you. Depends what you're selling it for, what your profit margin is going to be. But me personally, from my own prior experience, I am not going to offer best offer with free shipping. That's because sometimes you get low ball offers, okay? And I can't afford to take a low ball offer. I mean, I do have all my items with best offers. Don't get me wrong. But if you take notice, if you look at all my listings, they all have, paid shipping. You got to pay the shipping on them, okay? I tried all that one time before, folks. Somebody said try, eBay even referred to, you might want to try offering free shipping. Now, it's not eBay's fault, okay? You got to understand something. Let's bear the facts here. eBay, you're on their selling. It's their website. It's their selling platform, okay? Now, good, bad, or indifferent, whether you like them, if it was a love-hate relationship with eBay or not, they call the shots. Plain and simple. If you don't like it, like they always say, if you can't take the heat, you get out of the kitchen. If you don't want to, or you don't like selling on eBay for whatever reason, you may want to get your own website. Create your own website and start selling your items that way. Okay, you might want to do it that way for argument's sake, and then you don't have to worry about dealing with eBay. Okay, but the only thing is your visibility as opposed to eBay. I mean, let's face it, they are the 800-pound gorilla in the selling arena, just like Amazon. So chances are for you to get your website, with the viewable access like that, where they're gonna. Well, the only way to do that though, is if you're very big in social media, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, you got to probably promote your website. That's another way of getting exposure like that too. So there probably is alternate ways to do it like that. But I mean, as far as like getting as big as eBay with the exposure like they have, it might be it's going to be a little uphill battle to do that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there may be websites out there or people that have done this here in the past that are doing well. They are selling on their website. They got it. They had it professionally done, whatever designed, and they are doing it, and then they're doing good with it. On the other hand, me right now, I do have a website, and I keep talking about doing that there, but I get so involved in everything else. I get deeply engrossed in everything else I'm doing. I kind of like tend more to the doing research on eBay and working on my YouTube channel. So it kind of like pushes that aside, which is not really the right thing to do, especially if you're trying to build a brand and you're trying to make money and build a business. That's not really the way to go. So in that respect, I have to say I'm a little lax on that part there, and that's not really right. You don't want to be so laxadated where you're not doing nothing. Oh, I got this, but I don't want to push it to the side. It takes research to do this stuff, folks. And the more time you put into it, and you start learning, because first off, eBay's search engine is going to learn the more you keep doing, just like the app. Like I was listening to eBay radio when Rip was talking about the app, when eBay was introducing that new app for sellers. If you're in a thrift store, you're looking up. From what Griff said, and he works for eBay, as far as I know, he's still there. And the app, he says, the more you use it, I guess on an individual basis, but you're talking about a conjunction with everybody else using it, it will learn. It will learn as time goes on. The AI, artificial intelligence, will learn. The algorithms will pick up. There were times I used the app and I did the image search. The image search was a little sketchy. You would type in something, or let's say I was looking up this little car here, and I would take the phone, hold a picture, take a picture with it, and do an image search, and it would bring me to some total different category. But you can't blame eBay for that. It's a learning process. Okay, it's like the IBM there, that thing there, that IBM, I can't think of the name there. It's learning, and I can't think of the name offhand. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. IBM created there, and it's learning. It's doing things that the mind can't imagine. It's learning. It's teaching people how to do things. It helps doctors out with certain things. It could perform arithmetic computations in milliseconds, picoseconds, whatever. It's amazing thing. I can't think of the name offhand. I just can't remember all this stuff. Information overload. But that's the same thing with the algorithm. As time goes on, it will learn. But the thing is, in the meantime, until it gets up to that, it gets caught up to that, when you're doing your research, like I said, when you type in headphones, wireless, whatever, Bluetooth, in this case, I'm going to sell this here. I'm going to try toying around with it. Now, these, I can't say they're Bluetooth. I'm just going to say wireless because I don't know all the specs on it. But I'm going to try toying around with it. The categories, like I said, you can see that there's selected categories they have, and it all depends how you do it. You can put wireless headphones, whatever, Bluetooth headphones, whatever you're selling there, but change it around a little in your description, the title, okay? And when it does the search, and when it goes through search, hopefully it'll get viewed, it'll get noticed up there. I'm saying? It'll come up in search. Another thing to do is do a Google search on it. Okay, if you did a Google search, you just open up a Google browser and type in wireless and see what comes up. Okay, and you can get an idea like that. You could also try trending and see what's trending, but that's why I like watchcount.com, because when you type in an item that you want to sell, you'll see exactly what it's coming up with, because that there site is built for eBay users, I believe. Why eBay, whatever, for eBay users. I know that sellers, it's pretty much a used tool. I know I use it a lot. And that's why I said I was going to dismiss put that car up there, because when I went to eBay, I didn't see anything watches on there. I just seen there had what, 5 listings or 9 listings, whatever it was, and I said to myself, I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's anything there. But I'm thinking about it. Maybe with the free insertion, what the heck? You pop it up there for a 30-day thing, take some decent pictures of it and see what happens. And you toy around with it. Now, if you're a person that's a high volume seller, you're not going to go through 1,000 of these things unless you have people working for you to change your categories around or reword the titles and stuff like that. I mean, that's a process in itself. If you had a lot of people helping you, you're like, I'm talking high volume sales. I'm talking people that sell thousands of items on eBay. I don't. But 100 and something I have listed on here now would take me all day to do that, to make correction and change. I know I've done it already. I had that problem when they had that active content notice that went out, that in order to, if you wanted to keep your item listed on eBay, you had to remove or active content on it that eBay didn't want in there. It didn't meet up with their standards. And if you didn't remove it, take that out to correct it, they would take your ad off, your listing off. So I had to think at the time almost 300 and something listings, and I remember it took me almost a week to do it, because I was going in there researching. They had this tool that would decipher what listings had to be, the content had to come out of, and I'm sitting there saying, oh my God, this is gonna be a nightmare. But I had to do it, and they only gave you up a certain amount of time to do it. I think you had let's say you only had maybe a month or 2 months to do it, whatever, when they came out with this here. It might have came out earlier, but I probably picked up on it late. And I remember working day and night on it, all day, all night, and it was almost for a week, because it took time to fix all that stuff up again, And then the other thing that they didn't want, eBay didn't want watermarks on your photos. Although I still see it, I wouldn't say anything. Me, I'll be honest with you folks, and I share this with you guys. If you like the photos I take on the items I have and you're selling the same thing, help yourself. Use them. Take them. I don't care. I'm not going to complain. If I seen somebody said that they're on one of the, what was it, YouTube channels, somebody was saying, oh, I see my photos being used by another seller. I'm going to complain to eBay. What's the big deal? It's a photo. Who cares? I mean, it is what it is. And the reason why, from what I understand, the reason why they don't want the photo, or a watermark, is it has something to do with Google search. I don't know if the Google search, if you put the watermark on your photo, if that's going to, cause it not to come up into search or something. There was something along that line with it. And I can understand that there. That makes sense, I mean, if it's going to cause a problem to end up in search where your item's not going to be viewed, why not? By all means, take it out, But people may still put them on there. Sometimes I do come across sellers that do still put the watermarks on there. And if eBay catches it, they may, unless someone turns them in. I don't care what people do. Like I said, I see them. Hey, you do what you want. Some people want that. They want to protect their photos or whatever, their copy or their descriptions or whatever. It's copyright protected. I understand that. But for the most part, I myself, if somebody wants to take my pictures, go ahead, help yourself, enjoy. If you like them, take them. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. Just be careful when you're doing this research. When you are going, or if you're going to list stuff up. Now, before I do list this stuff up here, I'm going to do more research on it. I'm going to use watchcount.com to give me a little insight as far as how many things are out there. I always look for how many watches are on a particular item, because let's face the facts, if you're not getting watches on them, or people ain't watching, what's the sense of me putting on? I'm just going to be another number out there, you know what I'm saying? So do your research, play around with the title, maybe reverse it. They have a thing called, they also have a thing there, a site that has, for people that misspell the words. I don't know if they do it purposely, but supposedly, even with the misspelled words, it'll bring you to another site, that site to sell that item. Somehow along the line, it still gets to that particular item. Yeah, if I think about it, I'll drop it in the comment box below. There's so many, like I said, folks, doing this stuff, this research and looking at these things. I get so much stuff from eBay, the Google alerts and stuff like that on eBay, Etsy, YouTube, Facebook. I can't put them all out there. It's just way too much. You talk about information overload. That is information overload and on steroids. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I was talking to my daughter this morning, and I told her, like I said, last night I went to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. and I woke up at 7. So how many hours of sleep do I have? What, 5 hours of sleep? So I'm kind of like, a little burnt. I had my first cup of coffee, so now it's time for breakfast. But then I got to come right back to this again. It's to me, the way I'm looking at it, it's a demanding business, and it does require you to take time on there and how much time you put into it and how much research you put into it. That's why I do this video. I do these videos in general, to share my information and share what my stories with you guys out there, and hoping that you'll get a takeaway from it, especially if you're an eBay seller, Amazon seller, or just a plain e-commerce seller. You may sell on multiple sites. It's just to throw it out there, And if you guys get something from it, that's great. If you don't, let me know what I left out or something I could do. Maybe you could even give me a few pointers. All right, I have people telling me that there on my YouTube channel. They would message me or leave comments and saying, well, this is what you could do, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Hey, I listen. And I could think, I'm not a person that's going to get highly insulted if someone tells me something that I did wrong. If I did something wrong, let me know. If you feel that the content I'm putting out is not 100 on, spot on, I understand. I'm not a statistician here, okay? I don't do statistical abstracts when I talk about other companies and stuff like that. I don't do statistical abstracts on businesses or individuals, okay? However, they perform their business, or however a business is run is the way it's run. That's the way they run it, okay? I'm a small-time operator here. I'm trying to make a go out of this here, so I'm trying to do the best I can and share the information as I get it, And that's why when I do the reseller news, or I talk about things with eBay selling, I always post up the websites there, folks. I'll give you the URLs. And the reason why I do that, for the simple reason is, so I'm just not throwing this stuff off the top of my head. Now, this is kind of like a freestanding thing here, as I'm talking about from my own experiences. People may beg to differ with me in a lot of topics I'm talking about here. They may say, no, this guy's wrong. He don't know what he's talking about, this, that, and the other thing. I'm just basing off my own, okay? I'm not saying I'm 100% correct on everything I do as far as like for my own self, but there are certain things that I did toy around with and played around with and stuff like that. Like I said, again, when it comes to selling items, you toy around with the description. You might move it into a totally different category, because eBay, if they don't update their categories on their system, you could be putting something in saying, well, I'm going to put this wireless headphone set in the wireless headphone category, and if they don't update their system, it may never be seen. You know what I'm saying? It might not get the exposure like it's supposed to. I heard there were problems with their catalog updates too. So I don't know. I mean, there's different things going on. They have a lot going on with the new payment processing system going on. I don't know how good it is. I hear it's like a nightmare. Some people say it's a nightmare. Some people say it works. The last time I spoke to an eBay teammate, they said that they were going to, they're still working on that there. Okay, so it's a new thing coming into play. 2019 is right around the corner. So let's see what happens for the new year. Okay, let's see what happens for the new year. I've been getting a little cha-chings here and there. Nothing to write home about. Small sales. But the thing is, maybe they're modifying things and so on and so forth. Maybe they're going to get things going up there. I will share this tip though. Somebody did tell me this though in regards to maintaining a top-rated seller status. From what I was told, okay, that if you are top-rated, you do seem to come up a little higher in search. Okay, it's a nice perk, but I still think, in regards. Now, people say, well, if you earn that status, then I don't feel that you deserve to be higher than a non-top rated seller. Keep it as a level playing field, folks. The way I look at it is top rated, non-top rated. Everybody should have a shot at it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't matter. But like I said, the ways to make yourself known out there is, like I said, do your research. And that's all I can tell you. Keep researching and do what works for you, okay? There's going to be a lot of people out there telling you all these different things, including myself. But the thing is, what's that old saying, OJB, was that on-the-job training, no, OJT, on-the-job training, so to speak? That's what it's like. You're going to learn by getting your hands dirty, getting into it, and doing the work, the grunt work, okay? And that is doing a lot of research. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no other way around it, okay? We could assume, and people could tell you this, that, and the other thing. And let's face the facts too. Competition is fierce, okay? And don't let nobody tell you, oh, this, that, and the other thing. It's out there, and it's growing more and more. And it's going to probably be a little more difficult to make sales the more people keep jumping into this big selling platform here, the big club I call it, the big selling club, it's going to get more and more competitive. But doesn't mean because it gets competitive, there's no room for growth out there. You may have a better niche than somebody else. You may come out with, you may be doing something a little different. Maybe you're creating your own brand. You're manufacturing your own thing. You're producing or something like, who knows? But you may come out, you may stand ahead of the, stand out ahead of the crowd. That's not saying to give up. Don't ever give up on your dreams. I mean, I'll tell you right to boot. Myself, I look at it like this way. One of my dreams and my passion is to be my own boss, right? To be my own business. And I do love making videos, okay? And those are my passions. I always did like that there. And like I said, since I got laid off in January 2016, I've been out 2 years. And it's been a rough ride, no doubt about it. I'm not going to lie to you and sit there saying, well, this has been a piece of cake. I'm making tons of money. I'm living. That's why when these people are saying they're making all this money, they're traveling around the world, they're going here and there and everywhere. Hey, kudos to you. More power to you. Me, if I was making tons of cash like that, it goes in a bank and it stays there for a rainy day, because with business, in this type of business, especially this type of business, you may have slow weeks, slow days, slow months, and maybe in a slow year, okay? We'll put it this way. What I made when I was working on my job as compared to what I'm doing now, it's nothing to write home about, folks. I'll put it to you that way. So if you're going to go into this business, make sure you got streamlined bills. If you don't have it, make sure you got it. If you got a car payment before you do it, don't quit your day job. Pay your car off. If you got credit card debt, pay that down or pay it off. Maybe keep one credit card for emergency purposes. But if you're going to go into this business, go into it with minimal expenditures, because let me tell you something. When that clock keeps ticking every month, and that bills, they don't stop, okay? And they come in every month, and you're not making enough money to cover it, and you start picking away your reserve payment, your reserve capital, the cash that you have on reserve, it goes quick, and it gets scary. But let me tell you this, though, before I close this video out. Despite what goes on with me, if things do get to that point where I do have to, go back to a 9-to-5 job, I am still going to be selling on eBay, and I'm still going to be doing my videos. That's not going to stop me. It's a passion and a dream I have, and that's the same thing I say to you people out there. If you got dreams and a passion, go for it. Don't give up. Don't quit. Remember one thing, though, folks. Quitting is easy to do. Quitting is easy. I tell this to my daughters. Quitting is the easiest thing to do. Staying in the game is the hard part. But that's why I say, like they say, a kid's got to crawl before it walks. It's the same thing. You got to nurture it. You plant the seed. You got to give it water and sunlight in order for the product to grow, or if you're growing crops or whatever. It's the same thing with a business. It's in it, especially if a business is in its infancy. You got to nurture it. It's like a baby. You gotta. It's your baby, all right? You might not say. A lot of people that start these businesses say, yeah, but statistics show out of so many people starting businesses, how many go out of business? But how about the people that do start it and they do stay in business? You can't think negative. You put that negative energy in it clouds your mind up, and you're thinking to yourself, I can't do it. It's too competitive. Yeah, I thought things like that at times. I said to myself, what am I wasting my time here? I said, the last time I did a thing on eBay, I think it was like 27 million active sellers. I said to myself, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. I'm one amongst millions. But the thing is, they're all in it, right? And very rarely I hear people saying I'm dropping out of eBay. Although there are people saying that they're closing their accounts, or they're closing their stores, where they go to other places to sell because they feel that they can't make it anymore. Okay, but that's why I said again, quitting is the easiest thing to do, but staying in the game is the hardest. Okay. But you got to stay in the game. If you want a dream, like I said, in order for a dream to come true, you got to have a dream, folks. Remember that. Don't give up. Never give up on your dreams, because, like I said, you're going to live this. You're going to walk this path in life once. Isn't it better to say, I went through it. I did my, I gave it my shot, and by trying to start a business, than to tell your kids later on in life, yeah, you tell your sons or daughters, or whatever. Yeah, now you're older now. You're 75, 80 years old, whatever. Yeah, kids, I should have and could have and would have. You want to have one of those talks with your kids when you're older? You want to actually go through life thinking, well, I gave it a shot. It didn't work. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Colonel Sanders, read about him. Read about him, how many people he approached with his recipe, and he got turned down. I don't know if he, I don't know, don't call me the numbers, don't quote me on this, folks, okay? I can't say for sure. A number that comes to my mind is like 1,069. I don't know if that's how many times he tried to sell it to people, whatever. And on that last one, someone accepted his offer, his recipe, and the rest took off. But he was an older person, okay? I don't quote me on the amount of times, but I could say this, and I will say this. I know it sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but I tell you the truth. He was very persistent. But how many of you would have done that? I mean, how many times would you have gone through that there, you know, like, would you have given up after the first 50, the first 100, the first 500, whatever? Or would you continue to do it, you know? I don't know. I mean, me, I do have a dream, and I do want to stick to my business ideas and stuff like that, but sometimes thinking about stuff like that there, about what Colonel Sanders, it makes you think. But for the most part, though, you know, I don't have a recipe to sell. But I mean, if I did, he is an inspiration. He should be an inspiration for us, though. And that inspiration, getting off that, you know, getting around beating track here, just goes to show you drive and determination and persistence. Okay, so even though it sounds like a contradiction I'm making to myself, it all depends on how you perceive it and how you look at it. Don't give up, folks. Really, don't give up on your dreams. But anyway, let me end this video because I got so many other things to do. Like I said, I got research to do here, and this video is going to, God knows how long it's going to take to put up there. But I just want to share with you guys. This is Rich Pasini signing off. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye now.